I'm pretty sure the only thing I know from Deep Purple is bum 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 bum. And I'm sure that all of you are sick of hearing that. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin, and today we're listening to Child in Time by Deep Purple. This is off of their album. I don't have it up. Oh my god. I don't even have it up. This is off of their album Deep Purple in Rock, which was released in 1970. As I said at the outset, the only thing that I know of Deep Purple is Smoke on the Water. And honestly, I couldn't even tell you if I've actually heard the song. I just know the riff and all the memes that came out of that riff about not being able to play that in like Guitar Center and Sam Ash and all those places. Otherwise, I know nothing about Deep Purple. I know nothing about what I'm about to listen to. I believe that they're hard rock considered, and maybe a little bit of progressive. I'm actually not sure. Sometimes it's just better to listen before you judge. I say it each and every time, but I mean it each and every time. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. I hope that you're enjoying your morning, your night, whatever time it is that you stumble upon this video. I hope that everything is going all right. You can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. Let's do it. This is Deep Purple with Child in Time.
Time, you'll see the line that's drawn between good and bad. See the blind man shooting at the world, bullets flying, taking toll. If you've been bad, oh Lord, I bet you have, and you've not been hit by a flying lead. You'd better close your eyes, oh, bow your head, wait for the ricochet.
that was a crazy ending. That was a really good ending. All right, let's talk about Child in Time by Deep Purple, and I'm sorry for clapping your ears. I did not mean to do that. My favorite thing, absolutely 100% in this song, and if you haven't guessed it, you're about to find out, is John Lord on the organ. Okay? Maybe you guys thought I was going to say the vocals. The vocals are also kicking as well. No doubt about that. And the guitar work by Richie Blackmore from Rainbow. Yes, of course. But I want to talk about the organ. Okay? The organ is sometimes a little bit underrated, especially when it comes to like hard rock, blues rock, whatever you want to call it, like this. Okay, the organ is sometimes just seen as like a little accent. You just toss in the corner and you kind of let it throw a few things here and there, and that's kind of it. But I don't feel like that way at all. I love the organ. I love the sound of it, and especially in a song like this and the way that it's integrated, the way that John plays around it, providing, yes, solo material on it, but also just working a lot of the atmosphere in between the groove from Mr. Blackmore. The organ and the guitar sounds really good in this song. The vocals, let's do talk about that. Ian Gillan on the vocals. I like how in control he is of the song. In the beginning, when he first comes in, he comes in so soft-spoken, painfully so. Really playing into the part of what I had imagined from what I could kind of tell relating to the Vietnam War, which we'll talk about later because I have to read about it a little bit. I didn't really follow it that much. Almost as if he's reluctantly in the position that he's in. I love that. And then the sheer amount of power that he brings as the song grows and grows and grows in intensity. It's huge. It's really surprising. I really enjoyed his vocals. Yes, of course, when he's getting into the higher range, of course that's very empowering. But I feel like he carries it well. To me, it doesn't come off just as random shrieking or random screaming. He controls it extremely, extremely well. He actually has a lot of restraint in the way that he does it as well. And he uses it to the right effect. He doesn't just scream his head off or sing his head off all the time. He does it in the places where it needs to be done. It's like throwing hot sauce onto your food. I don't like hot sauce. It's not my thing. But as far as I can tell, I'm still going to use this analogy. You don't just toss hot sauce all over your food and cover it with it. No, you strategically put it on there. You put it in certain parts. You put it where it's needed so that the food doesn't taste so bland. You have the right amount of heat so that you can still taste the taste, but you still get a little bit of that heat, and it leaves you sweating for more. Ian Gillan does the same thing vocal-wise. He leaves you wanting more, and he gives you just the right amount of seasoning where it's needed in the song. Ian Pace on the drums, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced the last name, but he kind of reminds me of the same flavor as Ian Gillan, using the power in the drums to the right effect, not just slamming and jamming throughout the whole thing. He leads you in, he brings you to the water, and then he absolutely just tosses you in. This beginning, I feel, is super effective. Even before Ian gets in with the song, just that nice and slow combination of blues and rock, and the organ. And the build-up into those monstrous moments is so well done. Even here, when Ian begins to use that kind of hard rock wailing, it's very softly done. That's so controlled. That's really well done. Right? And then let's pull it up just a little bit further in. Right there. When he hits that note, let me turn it down. It's probably hurting your guys' ears right now, but that works so well with the music. It's so well trained. I don't know if he's taken lessons or if this is just how he naturally comes across in his singing, but regardless, it sounds so good. And Blackmore with the solo. He brings it. He absolutely brings it for the next few minutes here. This is really good, and I like the bass support as well, which I didn't mention, but the bass is played by Roger Glover. Does a nice job of like a very bluesy kind of sound going on throughout the song. As far as I can tell on a first listen, I didn't really hear anything outstanding about the bass, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't present, and that doesn't mean it wasn't rocking his socks off as well. The song eventually speeds up in its inertia in that solo, getting into the next verse, which is, I guess, the second verse, which is, it comes in, I don't know, like maybe 7-8 minutes or so long. Brings it back down before it brings back a huge climax. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think at the end, at the climax, there was even a little bit of trumpet, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. I don't see any trumpet here on the list, but I'm pretty sure I heard some trumpet. I think there's trumpet back there. I think. What do I know? We get one last little bump at the end where it seems like he's getting kind of almost a panic attack. Or not a panic attack, but it seems like he's freaking out from maybe perhaps getting killed. The lyrics are also a really good thing in this song. Because throughout the lyrics, let's talk about them briefly, actually, really quick. Sweet child in time. Okay, I love that. It's the phrasing, guys. Because the title of the song, Child in Time, I didn't really know what that meant, right? I thought it meant like a child growing up because of time, right? Going through maturity and having to see different things. But sweet child, comma, in time, you'll see the line that's drawn between good and bad. See the blind man shooting at the world, bullets flying, taking its toll. Such strong lyrics there. I love that. You can read into that and really get a lot out of it. If you've been bad, oh Lord, I bet you have, and you've not been hit by flying lead, you better close your eyes, you better bow your head, wait for the ricochet. I think that those four words right there, wait for the ricochet, before it gets into the... That wasn't too bad. Before it gets into that part, are so telling and so like... It's 4 words, but they have so much meaning behind it. Like, you haven't been hit by flying lead yet. This may not be talking about exact war, even though I think that, you know, the comparison could be made, of course, to war. But it's just talking about the blind man shooting at the world, you know, just the world and the way things work around. The people in control, the people that have figurative guns, are shooting blind. And you haven't been hit by the bullet just yet, child. But in time, you may. You know, you'll see the line, you'll see where it's drawn, and you'll understand these things. But even though you haven't been hit by that figurative bullet yet, the day may come when you are. He says, you'd better close your eyes, you better bow your head, wait for the ricochet. He doesn't say close his eyes and bow your head and pray. Not hope for anything better. He says wait for the ricochet. That bullet will come back at some point and it will hit you. The best you can do is just to be prepared and be aware that it will hit you. That is so good. And then those lyrics repeats throughout the song. Not that there's a ton of lyrics. And then the ending when he's just, you know, saying, oh God, they're gonna do it, help, help. And he's screaming and he hits those really, really intense notes, which is really well done. And that's when I would imagine like the bullet is coming back, you know, it's that time. And perhaps this child isn't ready. But does a child need to be ready to be shot? Figuratively or literally? They shouldn't be. But is the world so hard that they have to be prepared for the hardships of the world? I'm leaving it right there. Let me know what you guys thought of the song. You can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below if you enjoyed the video. You can also support me on Patreon. You don't have to, but before you leave, if you could just press the like button, that helps a great deal. And otherwise, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.